Thank you.
All right, so now we're on to the underside of the skull. So we have, of course, the hard palate or the roof of your mouth, the bony portion of your mouth. The hard palate can be separated into two bony structures, a palatine process of the maxilla and a palatine bone. The palatine process of the maxilla is in the front here, and there are two processes that are actually fused together at one spot right here, forming the median palatine suture. So that's what that is, the median palatine suture. You can follow the median palatine suture upwards to see a hole right here. This hole is known as the anterior palatine foramen. It is also associated with a depression, which happens to be behind these two teeth. These two teeth are known as incisors, and this depression behind the incisors is, of course, known as the incisive fossa. If we follow the median palatine suture downwards, we can then see the line coming across here, attaching the palatine bone to the palatine process of the maxilla. This is, of course, the palatine bone. This line that comes across is known as the transverse palatine suture. On the palatine bone, we actually have two openings, one right here and one right here. The larger one is known as the greater palatine foramen. The smaller one is known as the lesser palatine foramen.
Okay.
Greater, lesser. Transverse palatine suture. Behind the lesser palatine foramen are these two processes that are sticking out. These two processes that are sticking out on either the left side or the right side are known as the pterygoid process of the sphenoid. Pterygoid process of the sphenoid. Below that, we can then find the foramen lacerum, the foramen ovale, and the foramen spinosum. Boom, boom, boom. Behind the openings here is, of course, again, like before, the carotid canal. Behind the carotid canal is this large opening back here, the jugular foramen. You'll see on the side of it this depression right here, which is basically a shallow depression in a bone, which is known as a fossa, and it happens to be a fossa for the mandible, so it's called the mandibular fossa. Over here, over top of the jugular foramen, is this process right here, this knuckle-like process on a bone. And a knuckle-like process on a bone is known as a condyle. So this is a condyle associated with the occipital bone, so it is called the occipital condyle. So this is the occipital condyle. There is an opening going through the occipital condyle. That opening is the canal for the hypoglossal nerve, which is why it is called the hypoglossal canal. Now, I'm sure everybody is familiar with the foramen magnum. I don't think I have to tell you what that is. There are openings behind the occipital condyles. These are the condylar canals right there. Condylar canals. So we have the mastoid process, which I showed you was here, and then we have this sharp process sticking out here. This is called the styloid process. So like when we talk about the stylohyoid, it's going to be coming off of this. In between these two processes is a hole. That opening right there is called the stylomastoid foramen. Right there.
Again, sorry.
Which part?
The stylomastoid foramen.
So this is the stylomastoid foramen. In between the styloid process right here, this fang-like process that's sticking out here, and the mastoid process, which is the larger, kind of lumpier process back there. Okay? And again, that's the stylomastoid foramen. All right? Y'all are good?
Yep.
Fantastic.